Okay, what's the reason for your call?
I'm just wanting to find out whether you've received the surrender of tenancy or whether you're still going ahead with it.
Yeah.
Did you receive it?
No, I didn't.
I put it in the post. I did put it in the post.
My cubby hole is empty, and when I came downstairs, the document was. When I came downstairs, there were no documents there.
When? Today?
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with these people.
So you're still going ahead with the want to surrender your tenancy? You're still going ahead with it?
Yep.
Are you?
Yep.
You're still. Okay, I'll put another one for you on in the post.
Thank you.
I'll send another one for you in the post. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright. So where are you moving to? Have you got somewhere you're moving to now?
I'm not telling anyone where I'm going.
Okay. Alright, then. Okay. How are you doing tipping anyway? Hope you're okay.
Iris, I really want to end this call now. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
So, hold up. Let's review this, right? Somebody has reported me for going into Samira Igal's flat, busting down the door. Well, I didn't really bust down the door. The door's fine. Breaking into her flat, smashing up her shit, and leaving. Somebody basically reports it to the police. No mental health team came down here. No police came down here. No care workers came down here. The only time when my care worker showed up is when the person downstairs reported me. I thought it was Iris, but it was actually them. And what happened was the mental health team came over here, and I think the whole point was to section me. Yeah? The whole point was to section me. What I don't quite understand is, after all that's happened, why in the fuck would you still want me to stay here? You see, it's all well and good you making threats, you threatening to sue me, you threatening to leave me homeless, you see, every single time it's on your own accord and not theirs, suddenly they drag their heels. Do you understand what I'm saying? None of you know whether or not I have somewhere to go. Nobody else knows either. Yeah, they might not know whether I have somewhere to go or not. I might actually have somewhere to go for all they know, and yet they're dragging their heels with this. Listen, man. There's a reason why homelessness doesn't bother me anymore. It's because I'm serious about what I do. I know that if I'm going to tell the truth, and I say to people, I want something done, that means I want something done, and I want something done for a reason. If I say I want the surrender tenancy form, regardless of where I go, regardless of who I stay with, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it because I'm not putting up with having my life in the hands of people who are incompetent, who are sociopathic, who are psychopathic, who will literally do anything, who would literally slit my throat to make their jobs easier if they had the guts to do it. I'm not staying in an environment with people like that. Once again, it's about protecting your vulnerability. These people have been poking that vulnerability for years now. If the housing system is a system that rewards narcissism, I don't want to be in it. It's as simple as that. I'll find a way. I always find a way. I always do. It doesn't matter what happens or where I go and what I do. I always find a fucking way. Okay? That's who I am as a person. Now they're dragging... I'm thinking, after all that, you're still dragging your heels with the form. Just because I'm not telling you where I'm going. You should have thought of that before you threatened to sue. You should have thought of that before you threatened homelessness for me telling the truth. You should have thought of all that. Now, by saying, you know what, it's okay, whatever happens, I'll give up the flat. Now the ball is in your court, and now you have shit to answer for, and that's why you're dragging your heels. I'm serious about my shit. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. By hook or by crook. When I found out what I found out today, and when I realized what I realized today, I said, you know what, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I got to get out of here. It's not about what's going on in this flat. It's not about what's going on with these people. It's about what's going on in the world. I cannot stay here. The outside world has a direct effect on what goes on in here. If they want their revenge, they can have it. If they want me gone, they can have it. But do it now. One thing you're not going to do is you're not going to think that just because you might try to section me and you might try to do this, that, and the third, that I'm ever going to tell you where I'm going once I'm out. You can arrest me, but you will not know where I'm going once I'm out. You can institutionalize me. You will not know where I'm going once I'm out. You can evict me, but you will not know where I'm going once I'm out. You don't get to have your cake and eat it. Because once you close that door, you close it for good. When you close that door, you close it for good. When you decide to fuck with me, you close that door for good. So I don't care what the situation is. I said I want the surrender because I stand in my shit. And you lot can say I'm crazy. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I could give a fuck what you think. At least I'm doing something towards helping the world try to get better. That's a lot more important than me hanging on to a flat in which I'm being abused every day. It's way more important. Like, are you kidding me? Do you still want the surrender tenancy form? Are you kidding me? 3 weeks. 3 weeks now. And everybody else is dragging their heels. Everybody else is dragging their heels, telling me to be smart, don't take any risks, and yet they've been playing safe. And look at what the world has turned into. Playing safe is what led to this. And who suffers? The vulnerable. So miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. So I leave here, nobody knows where I'm going. And if I see a perp, it's on.